to having recent college degrees in finance, marketing, or finance, or business. So how do you, basically, do you like to hire people that are right out of school, or maybe they're young and they're out of school, or maybe they've returned to school to get some training in something new to add to their backpack of skills that they have? So, Tim, you want to address that first?
Yeah, I would just say, if you heard, his what he just got done saying about, I was in the restaurant industry and that's how I was able to relate. If you don't have the experience, what I'm looking for is how can you take something from your personal life and make it relatable to the job that you're going after. So you don't necessarily need to have the first hands-on experience, but if you can draw a correlation to what you've done in your personal life, that will overcome that obstacle that a lot of people will have. So his was a perfect example of, he didn't have sales experience, but what he had, and he overcame that to get that role and to have success. So regardless of the role, I mean, everyone I work with is going to have a different line on what's important, but I think my key takeaway would be just that. If you don't have the experience, but you have the education, tether it back as best you can to something in your personal life.
I think for us, it would really depend on what level of position. We don't necessarily have an alignment of work experience, 2 years in college, or your degree set. So it's a really hard question for me to answer. Much like the statement that was made over here, we will look at contextualizing your previous experience to the role that you're applying for. But if you have an accounting degree and no experience and you're applying for an accounting job, we don't necessarily align the college education to the job requirements just yet. That's something that we're moving towards. But again, like he was saying, similar backgrounds in the area would be really helpful. It just kind of depends on the level of position.
So Jennifer and I think Jared and Tim as well. So would you want to see a cover letter that kind of speaks to bridging those skills if they don't have the college degree? Or would you want them to feature that in a bulleted format on a resume that speaks to customer service and building clients or building relationships? Jennifer, why don't you include yourself in that as well?
I think Tim can take it away and then I'll follow up.
I rarely read cover letters. It's just a capacity issue. I mean, in the last 2 years, I've probably looked at 10,000 resumes, just to give you perspective. And part of that is my media background, so maybe I have more volume than a lot of other people, but I don't have the capacity. What I will say is I have read some when I'm trying to draw like a correlation, figure something out. And there was one within the last 48 hours where if there's a hurdle that you have to overcome, do it in the beginning. Because I'm reading to make sure I want to keep reading. And the person had buried the hurdle so far down that I'm surprised I caught it, because I was at that point checked out. But you have to give what is going to keep me reading at the very top. If you think it's going to be your objection, it probably is. So earn the right for someone to read the rest of it.
Jared's shaking his head. Do you agree with that?
I agree, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jennifer, would you agree with that too?
I do. I think for me, it's the alignment of the resume to the position. If it's something in my previous life when I was still doing the relief work, the cover letter at times would be what could incline the hiring manager to a candidate or not. But I found in this realm at BECU, again, the capacity and the amount of high volume that we're encountering, the cover letter I want something a little quicker and a little cleaner. So the bullets on a resume, tailored to the job that you're applying for to show me how your skill set aligns, is the best thing that you could do for me when I'm reviewing.
So whether they have a college degree or not, and whether their job requires it, they should be able to still align themselves with customer service and skills doing X to feature that in a resume so you read it.
Correct, yes.
I think what the big takeaway here is, as you're looking through these job postings,
really go back to your resume and say, how can I add value to this company? What experience do I have that I can throw out there that's actually going to parallel what they're looking for? That's the takeaway that we should all be getting from this, is that your resume is a constant piece of work. You cannot just have one and be done. You have to have one almost for every job that you're applying to.